Hello students, this is the session about rectifiers. Rectification means converting AC energy into DC energy. As all electronic circuits, they need a constant DC supply, and for that means available that is to be converted into unidirectional, which is the rectification. And for that, here we are going to use a PN junction, that is diode, for rectification. As PN junction, diode acts as a unidirectional switch. How? Whenever its anode, P region is positive, cathode, N region is negative, then only it allows current conduction. It acts as closed switch. But whenever its anode, that is P region, gets connected to negative terminal and cathode to positive, it can't conduct current, so it acts as open switch. So in this way, if you observe the diode, whenever it is to be connected in AC circuit, the same property, unidirectional switch, is helpful for rectification. How? Let's check the circuit. So here it is, how bidirectional it has to be converted into unidirectional using rectified circuit part. Here it is, half wave rectifier. Here if you observe, this is the transformer. If you find number of turns in primary and number of turns in secondary, so this is step down, because number of turns in primary, they are more than number of turns used in secondary. So it is obvious that Vs will be less than the primary voltage. So the primary coil is connected to 230 volt 50 Hz supply. Dependent on the mutual inductance, that is electromagnetic induction principle, whenever AC current flows through the first coil, it induces voltage in the another coil with which it is magnetically linked. So this is the working of a transformer. Here we are going to use step down transformer. So 230 volt will get reduced according to the turns ratio. Suppose it is 10:1. 10 number of turns of primary, then only 1 turn in secondary. So 1/10 part of this 230 volt will appear in the secondary. So here 23 volt from 230 volt will get converted into secondary. But always remember, as 230 volt is not a constant supply, it will keep on fluctuating. So 230 volt may become 235. In that case, here it will give secondary voltage as 23.5 volt. If it gets reduced 220 volt, then here the secondary voltage will also decrease. It will become 22. So that is the fluctuating part from the primary. Here it is the use of step down transformer. Then you can observe across its secondary, a PN junction diode is used. So this diode, here it makes connection through RL to the second terminal. Okay. So let's study about this half wave rectifier. As we discussed the property of PN junction, here it is. When secondary voltage of lowered AC voltage type, how does it affect the diode working? So observe, point A during positive half cycle becomes positive and point B becomes negative. या दोन टर्मिनल्सच्या पोलॅरिटी कडे बघा. जेव्हा ही पॉझिटिव्ह हाफ सायकल येते, ए एंडला व्होल्टेज कुठलं मिळणार आहे? पॉझिटिव्ह, आणि बी ला कोणतं मिळणार आहे? निगेटिव्ह. सो एनोड बिकम्स पॉझिटिव्ह अँड कॅथोड बिकम्स निगेटिव्ह. मग याचा अर्थ काय झाला? एनोड पॉझिटिव्ह, कॅथोड निगेटिव्ह. डायोड गेट्स फॉरवर्ड बायस. सो ड्यूरिंग पॉझिटिव्ह हाफ सायकल, diode allows current conduction. So current will flow through this diode through RL, and then it will come back to negative terminal during positive half cycle. So the nature of the current that flows through RL, it is again the sine wave type. So the voltage that appears across RL, that is V out, VL or VDC, it will be again of the same nature. Here it is like this. Okay. So this way positive half cycle appears in the output. What will happen when negative half cycle? Alternating हा सतत पार्ट एकदा पॉझिटिव्ह हाफ सायकलचा एकदा निगेटिव्ह हाफ सायकलचा येतच राहणार आहे, बरोबर? कारण हा कसला सप्लाय आपण वापरलेला ट्रान्सफॉर्मरला? AC. एकदा पॉझिटिव्ह हाफ सायकल, निगेटिव्ह, एक सायकल कंप्लीट, पुन्हा नवीन सायकल. 50 हर्ट्ज म्हणजे एका सेकंदात अशा किती सायकल्स येऊन जाणार आहेत? 50 सायकल्स पर सेकंड. सो हिअर इट शोज as VL from positive half cycle. Then in the negative half cycle, voltage goes on decreasing, negative. So A end becomes negative, whereas B end now becomes positive. आता बदल झाला, negative half cycle. So anode has become negative and cathode positive. What will be the condition of diode? It will get reverse bias. Anode negative, cathode positive. Internal depletion layer will become wider. It will not allow current conduction, and thus here it shows in negative half cycle this diode doesn't allow current conduction. No current flows through RL, no voltage will appear across it. So here negative half cycle shows there is no voltage at the output. Again, next positive half cycle occurs. A becomes positive, B becomes negative. It means again here it will show the voltage appearing across RL, again of the same nature. So here you can say the bidirectional part, it has been converted into unidirectional like this. But every negative half cycle it gets wasted. That is the drawback of this half-wave rectifier. It doesn't utilize the negative half cycles. That is the drawback. But what are the advantages? What does half-wave rectifier need? It needs a step-down transformer, a diode and a load. Finish. So this is very simple rectifier circuit. Cost is low, and think about the reverse bias diode. Whatever the condition in reverse bias, whether the diode can handle it or not, that is also important. We had already discussed these points in PN junction reverse bias 11th standardचा semiconductor chapter. त्यामध्ये आपल्याला हा सगळा पार्ट माहित आहे. Any diode, whenever it gets reverse bias, always check its ability whether it can handle that reverse voltage or not, because here if you observe in the VI characteristic part of a diode PN junction, in forward bias it needs minimum 0.7 volt, and in case of reverse bias, even though you go on increasing the voltage, here it shows sudden increase in the current, keeping its voltage constant. So this is known as the breakdown voltage. That is the reverse voltage at which current starts increasing suddenly, rapidly, which is going to damage that diode permanently. तो डायोड खराब होणार आहे, कायमचा बाद होणार आहे कधी, जर तो ब्रेकडाऊन झाला तर. ब्रेकडाऊन म्हणजे काय? व्होल्टेज कॉन्स्टंट राहतं आणि एकदम करंट वाढायला लागतो. म्हणजे इथपर्यंतच्या लेवल पर्यंत आपल्याला हा करंट वाढवून मिळालेला नव्हता, हा लिकेज करंट दाखवत होता, कारण का डायोड रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये. पण कुठेतरी त्या रिव्हर्स व्होल्टेजची एक्स्ट्रीम कंडिशन मिळते आणि त्याला काय म्हणलं जातं? ब्रेकडाऊन व्होल्टेज. डायोड विल गेट परमनंटली डॅमेज. सडन इन्क्रीज इन करंट. इथं कसं दाखवलेलं आहे? आफ्टर दिस VF getting more than 0.7 volt, if you increase forward voltage, then only forward current will increase. Here it is, forward voltage and forward current. Here it is the current. So VI characteristic, x axis ला voltage, y axis ला current. So forward voltage वाढवलं तर current वाढणार आहे, बरोबर? याचा अर्थ इथं मात्र तो लागू होत नाहीये. व्होल्टेज वाढवलं तर करंट वाढला, घडत नाही. But what happens at a particular voltage level, even though previously you increased voltages, इथं व्होल्टेज हळूहळू वाढवत नेलं, करंट वाढला का? नाही. पण एका ठराविक व्होल्टेजला काय झालं? एकदम करंट वाढायला लागला. That is nothing but breakdown effect. So whenever the diode is in reverse bias, you have to think about its ability, whether it can handle that reverse voltage or not. And in AC circuit, when this diode automatically gets its anode positive, cathode negative, and again anode negative, cathode positive becomes reverse bias. So always think about how much is the maximum reverse voltage handling ability of that diode. हा diode reverse bias मध्ये किती maximum reverse voltage safely handle करू शकतो. Safely म्हणून त्याला म्हटलं जाणार आहे या रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेजला PIV, म्हणजेच पीक, PEAK, पीक इनवर्स व्होल्टेज. कोणतं व्होल्टेज? peak inverse voltage. Suppose the secondary voltage is maximum 20 volt maximum. मी मुद्दाम सांगते इथं maximum हा शब्द, म्हणजे पीक व्होल्टेज किती आहे 20 वोल्ट. म्हणजे या डायोडनी रिव्हर्स बायस मध्ये सुद्धा किती मॅक्झिमम रिव्हर्स व्होल्टेज हँडल करायचं आहे 20 वोल्ट. लक्षात येते. यानुसार इथं सांगितलं जाणारं जे व्होल्टेज असेल सेकंडरी ते नॉर्मली कसं असतं आरएमएस लेवलमध्ये असतं. आरएमएस म्हणजे रूट मीन स्क्वेअर, म्हणजे 230 वोल्ट सुद्धा आपण काय लक्षात घेतोय रूट मीन स्क्वेअर व्होल्टेज. इट इज आरएमएस. इट इज नॉट 100% पीक लेवल बट इट इज 70.7% पार्ट ऑफ पीक लेवल. मॅक्झिममच्या 70.60% व्होल्टेज जे असतं त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो आरएमएस. बरोबर. आणि ते आरएमएस व्होल्टेज जर इथं कन्वर्ट करून 20 वोल्ट मॅक्झिमम असं डायरेक्टली मी सांगितलं तर आपल्याला विचार करावा लागेल whenever this diode is handling negative half cycle how much maximum reverse voltage it has to handle 20 volt maximum, and that is called as the maximum voltage or peak voltage of secondary. So how much PIV is to be handled by this diode? It is VM. म्हणजे त्या सर्किट मधलं VM हँडल करण्याची त्याची कपॅसिटी आहे का हे चेक करूनच तो डायोड आपल्याला त्या सर्किट मध्ये वापरावा लागतो. ओके. सो हिअर इट शोज PIV इज to be handled by that diode as up to its VM, maximum voltage of secondary negative half cycle, but the PIV rating of diode should be greater than VM. Rating म्हणजे समजा 230 वोल्टचं कन्व्हर्जन होऊन सेकंडरी मध्ये येतंय पीक व्होल्टेज 20 वोल्ट. ओके. पण जो 230 वोल्टचा पार्ट जर वाढला 240 वोल्ट शुअरली सेकंडरी पीक व्होल्टेज विल इन्क्रीज. मग तुम्ही जर डायोड निवडलेला आहे कुठल्या लेवलचा 20 वोल्ट पीकचा इट विल गेट डिस्ट्रॉइड. सो इफ यू हॅड used exactly the PIV with 20 volt level, if increase in primary, increase in secondary, increase in peak voltage of secondary occurs, then the diode with peak voltage safely handling capacity PIV of 20 volt becomes useless because the increase will make PIV also increased, that is more than the 20 volt. In that case diode will get permanently damaged. So always you have to remember there should be margin as increase in mains voltage, that is fluctuations in mains voltage always occur. So keep PIV rating greater than VM. It means if the diode has to handle 20 volt as the peak voltage, then its ability should be, PIV rating should be 25 volt like this. लक्षात येते. If PIV is to be handled 32 volt peak voltage, then the PIV rating should be 35 volt. So in this way, this half wave rectifier uses a diode, but its ability to handle how much maximum reverse voltage, that is mentioned as peak inverse voltage. So it is to be tested. Then you can use half wave rectifier. Normally this rectifier circuit is used where even though the interrupted DC voltage is okay for that electronic circuit, you can use half wave rectifier because it needs only one diode and a normal transformer. So this is about half wave rectifier circuit. How much DC voltage it can generate? So the DC voltage that it can generate is VDC is equal to VM upon pi or VP upon pi. VM or VP peak voltage of secondary. Here always remember given AC voltage is in RMS level and we know the relation as VRMS is 70.7% part of maximum. It is to be converted into peak level. Here we will discuss that point also. So VDC is equal to VM upon pi or VP upon pi. So 1 upon 22 upon 7 or 1 upon 3.14. Here it results to be 0.318 into VM. That is VDC. How much is the PIV the diode has to handle up to its peak voltage of secondary winding. And the output frequency, secondary ला frequency काय राहणार आहे? Same. आणि आउटपुट मध्ये सुद्धा कसं येणार आहे बघा 1 input cycle generates one output cycle. So whatever is the input frequency, it remains same in the output. So these are the points. Along with VDC, here we discussed PIV and the output frequency, it remains the same. But ripple factor, which shows how much DC is been generated from AC, means how ripples have been रिजेक्टेड, किती रिपल्स पल्सेशन्स कमी केलेत, तो रिपल फॅक्टर इथं मात्र काय राहतो, कमी, कारण डीसी व्होल्टेज हे काय आहे, कमी. तुम्ही दिलेल्या व्हीएमच्या किती पर्सेंट दाखवणार आहे, तो फक्त 31.8%. सो रिपल फॅक्टर इज हायर, मीन्स रिपल्स आर मोर. हियर इट शोज 1.21 and the rectification efficiency of this particular circuit, here it is also said to be 40.6% rectification efficiency. Efficiency, how much AC gets converted into DC. So that shows 40.6%. Actually, you can directly say negative half cycle gets wasted. It means its efficiency is 50%. इथं आपल्याला कळतंच. पण जो फॉर्म्युला आहे, how much AC power gets converted into DC power, that ratio relation is known as rectification efficiency, and in case of half wave rectifier, how much it is? It is 40.6%. Okay, let's also summarize how RMS can be converted into peak voltage. VRMS is 70.7% part of maximum voltage. So you can find VM as VRMS upon 0.707, which is nothing but 1.414 into VRMS. So how to generate peak voltage from any given AC voltage? Multiply it by 1.414. So it means, suppose here the voltage has been mentioned, secondary voltage is only 23 volt, means 23 volt is RMS. It is to be converted into peak voltage. How? Multiply that 23 volt by 1.414. These details will be available in the AC fundamentals of 11th standard. म्हणजे AC व्होल्टेज जे असतं ते कायम कसं असतं, फ्लक्च्युएटिंग असतं. त्यातलं नेट इफेक्टिव्ह व्होल्टेज म्हणजे हा 70.7% चा पार्ट, त्याला नाव दिलं गेलेलं आहे रूट मीन स्क्वेअर. त्याच्याकरता एक प्रोसिजर आहे. Different instantaneous values, they get squared, their mean is taken and then square root is found, and that is equivalent to 70.7% of maximum voltage of secondary. म्हणून त्याला म्हटलं जातं रूट मीन स्क्वेअर. पण नेहमी लक्षात ठेवा, एनी गिवन AC व्होल्टेज unless stated otherwise consider to be the RMS. जोपर्यंत AC व्होल्टेज सांगितलं जात नाही, कुठल्या टर्मनी स्पेसिफाय केलं जात नाही, तोपर्यंत त्या AC व्होल्टेजला काय मानायचं, RMS. काय मानायचं त्याला, रूट मीन स्क्वेअर. इफ इट इज बीन मेन्शन दिस इज पीक व्होल्टेज, दिस इज ऍव्हरेज व्होल्टेज, देन इट्स ओके. दिलेलंच आहे तुम्हाला, हे RMS लेवल आहे, हे पीक व्होल्टेज आहे, असं स्पेसिफिकली सांगितलेलं आहे, हे ऍव्हरेज व्होल्टेज आहे, बरोबरच आहे, तीच व्होल्टेज लेवल तुम्हाला कन्सिडर करावी लागेल. पण ज्या अर्थी तुम्हाला सांगितलंय सेकंडरी व्होल्टेज ऑफ ट्रान्सफॉर्मर इज 50 व्होल्ट, ऑलवेज कन्सिडर इट टू बी RMS. म्हणजे 50 व्होल्ट हा पार्ट काय आहे, RMS. त्याचा पीक मध्ये कसं कन्व्हर्जन करायचं, त्या 50 व्होल्टला कितीने मल्टिप्लाय करायचं, 1.414 ने. तो असेल मॅक्झिमम व्होल्टेजचा पार्ट. आर यू गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट? सो इन दिस वे द रिलेशन बिटवीन VRMS and VM, it is to be always remembered, and whenever we have to do the calculations, the secondary voltage is mentioned or the ratio of primary secondary number of turns ratio, it is mentioned. Then find that secondary voltage according to the turns ratio, convert that RMS into peak level, and then you can find VDC or whatever PIV it is required, or the current that is to be calculated. So in this way, this section covers first part of rectification as half wave rectifier. Only one diode is sufficient, but as it cannot utilize the negative half cycle, there is always a solution for the problem. In this way, Instead of using half wave rectifier, we can use a new type of rectifier with two diodes, that is nothing but full wave rectifier. That we will discuss in our next session.